Welcome back to another episode of Black Wall Street. I'm Mr. Vaughn, filling in for Brother Ali and Brother Banks. Hope everybody's doing okay out there. This evening we have some local brothers from the Capital Region here. I know I got Mr. B.
Yeah.
Why don't you introduce yourself in the crew?
No doubt, I will. My name is B Easy. You know, you could call me Brandon or Easy, but B Easy is the name. I represent Untouched. It's a few of the people from the squad.
Yo, what's going on, you guys? My name's Scales Beats, music producer. Currently the in-house producer for Untouched. Just get with me on any major platforms.
What's good? To New York, everybody call me Tone. It's a pleasure to be here. And yeah, this is what we do, Untouched, man, Untouched.
Bang, bang. Yeah, you know, Seb in the building with Untouched, the crew, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know who I am, Mr. Old Blocker, Mr. Old Block's finest, you know. It is what it is. Glad to be here, glad to be a part of this. Thank you for having us, brother, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
All praises due.
All praises. So, Mr. B,
What's up, brother?
you and me, we have worked together
Oh yeah.
several times in the past. My man Tone, good to see everybody. Right?
Yeah.
You as well.
And
You
I,
as well.
I see you
Likewise.
guys
Absolutely.
are always building, man. You always like building up on the team, you know, putting things together,
Yeah.
you know. So elaborate on like just what you guys are doing as entertainers and artists.
Sure. Well, I say we like to do things a little different because we are a little different. We have a team made up of people from all different walks of life, different backgrounds, different cities, really. You know, I'm originally from Long Island. I rep Harlem too. You know, shout out to my pops. And we're from all over, and we met in this beautiful place of the 518 and was able to build on something and continue to grow in this place. I think it's a wealth of talent that's unseen, hasn't been heard. People that come from some broken situations to some more lucrative or more favorable situations. But it has a mix here. It's a mixed bag, and I like how it shows how tough you have to be to overcome some of the hardships in life. You watch a lot of these stories that you hear from people that come into our studio, and they share some of their stories, and you know, we resonate with them, you know, with the stories. We have stories of our own, and like I said, with us coming from different places, man, we are able to build a great platform for people to come and express themselves, you know, in the form of music. It could be poems, if you're writing a book, you know, you're working on a film. You just want just a shout out to put on your radio station.
So you guys are pretty much covering a lot of ground here.
Yeah, I'm trying,
Indeed.
man, I'm trying.
Working.
Yeah, that's all we know.
Just constant maintaining the grind. That's it.
Yeah.
Wake up and what's the next thing we could do? And a lot of avenues, you know, a lot of avenues that we veer down and like you said, having so much, you know, background and a lot of character, you know, within what we do, there's so many ideas that flow, you know, so many perspectives. It's a beautiful thing, man. We, you know, come together and attack it all. Absolutely.
Right.
You talked about being tough, right? But
Yeah.
but I'm taking it as like
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
See, that's the difference, right?
Being humbled by your
being
situation.
a tough guy and
Right.
being humbly tough.
Sure. Because like what's wild is you know, a lot of people get the whole tough thing as being aggressive per se, or something that's more along the lines of being the aggressor. But I look at it as in, you know, also on the defense. You know, when you take on a lot of different things in life and you have to defend yourself, you know, even if it's just to keep the hit from being as hard, you know, that hard hit from life.
I've learned in the entertainment industry, in the business,
Yeah,
being tough usually means not falling apart.
sure.
You know,
Sure.
disagreeing, but still being able to build. Like we could have disagreements,
Right.
but we still need to be able to like overcome certain things.
You know how they say agree to disagree? Kind of feel, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I'm glad you brought that up, man, because a lot of times we don't want to look at just how tough we have to be to endure to get to the finishing. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Because I'm always good. I could come out the gate real good. Just get to that finishing line. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right, and it's executing the plan, man. It's all about execution. You know, when I think of my brothers here, that's with me, I think about how we talk about something one day. The next day, we work towards achieving what we talk about. You know, we want to put action behind words. You know, a lot of people get caught up in their situation and they see it as, oh, well, this is too hard, or I want to be, there's egos involved, pride takes over, and when you start talking with other groups, you know, that was doing their thing back in the day, you know, where are they now? We almost going on a decade, and you know, and it's longer than that for the brand, but here we are, still going strong, and still the love continues to grow. Our talent continues to grow. You know, our love for the culture grows even more.
When I first met you, the very first thing I've done, I was DJing with you guys, and I believe it was a gold standard gospel
Yes.
battle, right?
Yes.
And that was the first time I seen one of them, man. The first time I seen
Yeah.
a gospel battle, right? I was
Yeah.
like, and you guys was like praising God, with a nice delivery of rapping, you know, nothing far out, you know, but to have those skills to be talking about something and have God involved, I feel you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree, and you know, I come from that upbringing, you know, through faith, and I'm big on faith. For whatever it is, whatever you believe in, you know, I believe you should believe that and believe it to the T. You know, I'm very into my faith. I don't show it or express it as much, but music is a platform, especially for me, where I'm able to express myself in all forms. So,
All forms, I like that.
yeah, all forms, man, because on my day-to-day, I may not be as open or willing to talk about what I'm dealing with, talk about what I have planned, what's going on. My team is, you know, I always talk about my team, but in the sense of, you know, I never have to just waste any sort of time on, like, how can I explain it? Like the egos in the room, you know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to music, like you're able to express yourself in the highest form, and gospel, you know, or whatever form of music that has to do with your faith, I believe is a part of you, you know, and that's a part of me I don't show often, and that changes as you grow and become a man and mature, but that's something that I think in music we are able to build on that positivity that comes from music, because a lot of people want to speak on the bad. You know, I like to talk about motivational things that uplift, that inspire you. Yeah, one way or another, however we try to do it. I love how we aim for that. You know, it's a collective thing that we do. We all,
To add on to what Easy was saying too,
please.
it's about, for me at least, I don't know if I can speak for everybody else, but it's the vibrations that you get from the beats. Well, for me, as a music producer, I don't have a specific genre, but I can make anything that you want, and you know, like, so with that vibrations of, it could be a positive vibration, or how Easy was explaining how sometimes you can't really explain your story, but through the music, like, you could be heard through that. Like, the way I make beats, you could literally get the emotion off the beats that I create, like, you know. So just to even add on to what he was saying is that the vibrations that you get, it can go to a tremendous range, like, not even through just hip hop. You go to gospel, R&B,
Right.
like whatever you want to make it. Like,
Good point. So I take you, you're the maestro of the team.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I try to bring, you know what I'm saying, a lot to the table. Try to be versatile. I don't try to sit in one pocket. Every beat that I create, I try to, it got to be a head knocker, like, you know what I mean? Like, even from it being an R&B to a soul to whatever it is, and then that's when, you know, I got the guys. The only thing I do is I bring the canvas, you know, and the guys paint. You know, we all make a great picture. Like,
It's
so.
a fancy canvas though. Don't get it twisted. That canvas got lights
Remember,
and all type of stuff on it.
He brought it there one day, and next day, well, you had like 4 or 5 songs already redone.
They don't play around, man.
You know what I mean? We get right to it. We put that work in. We hear something we like. Let's get on it. Great minds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
As the brother Easier say, iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We ain't out trying to do each other, nothing like that. I'm out rhyme you today. We ain't on that. We on that type of level. It's one wave.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Just
saying?
building each other up. Just
And
building
yo, he'll come to me or I come to them. Yo, how you think this sound? How you think this is? Tone, he does the same thing. You know what I
Right.
mean? Them two the beats, like, it's crazy. I'm just ready to put that work in.
So you guys pretty much collaborating and keeping everything in sync.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Communication is the key, just like
it
a
is.
relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Definitely.
It's a strong relationship. You know?
Yeah, man. It's all about the bonds we build along the way.
Indeed.
You gotta appreciate the journey. You know, the journey is everything. You know, people get caught up in the finish line. You know, how we were talking about, you know, it's great to start, but it's hard to try to finish it. It's not always about the finish line or the destination. It's about the journey, the people you meet along the way, the great times that you had as you're building this craft. Because once you get towards what you feel is what people say is the finish line.
I agree with that.
It's
If
a lot.
you could value what comes across the path, because he said a good point. Like, it's not about trying to outdo nobody, at least inside of you guys.
Right.
But a lot of times, there's always people who want to be in that competition, competitive mode. You know what
Sure.
I'm saying? And that's you know, I come from hip hop, man.
Sure.
I'm a product of the '70s.
Yep,
and
yep.
when it first started, right, it was all about destroying. You know the point. You know, I mean, the DJ was more of it than the rapper back then, right?
Exactly.
But now, I like to call it MCing still, because I
Yeah.
come from the time of MCing. So
Yeah.
it's rappers, not artists, right?
Master of ceremonies.
But to me, as long as you could reach people, have fun, right? Nobody get hurt,
Right.
then it's success.
Yeah.
You ain't hurt nobody, it's successful.
You made somebody night.
And two, the biggest thing about that, when you're saying reach people, like not to even like to be like this, but it's about the message, like, you know what I mean? Because like music is very powerful, like, and however you deliver a message, like, you even got the youth listening now, like, and they are definitely like the future. So the message that we giving out, like, it definitely means a lot, because we make statements like within our music like that really holds an impact to the community, environment, the world, I should say. So it's always easier to go up a hill, you know what I mean, than to go down. So we try not to pedal backwards, like, as a group. So with that, like, again, like, the positivity that Easy was talking about definitely is something that we try to aim for. Like, the negativity is gotta go.
Gotta go.
It's always about that uphill climb, man. Sometimes we may spiral down, but, you know, getting back up, man, and able to elevate, you know, get back to where we need to be, you know. And for me, it takes a lot of work, man. I mean, I don't do but so much now. You and me talked about eventually doing documentaries and other stuff, right?
Oh, yeah.
And of course, I want to bring your team in, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
And for me, man, I'm just learning how to evolve,
Right.
right? Because I don't believe in just staying stuck in one area.
You gotta reinvent yourself, man. You
Thank
gotta
you.
learn every time, reinvent yourself, and not be afraid of that, because people become afraid of change, and they get caught up in complacency. They like that comfort zone. You know, I'm cool with being uncomfortable because I always feel like I'm comfortable everywhere, and if that makes any sense. So it's like even when I'm uncomfortable, I'm pretty comfortable, and that feel.
So this complacency thing, right? Because that's real.
Yeah,
In all walks of life.
sure.
Right? We become complacent. I know I could become content, right? And right now, I wish I could become complacent with two things.
Mm-hmm.
That's a car and a woman.
I hear that. I hear that, man.
because cars, right? Like you got all these cars. I get a nice car, then I see other nice cars.
Yeah,
So,
you want that one.
yeah,
You want
so
the level
I'm trying
up.
to be content,
You want
right?
the level up.
And,
Right.
and without being complacent.
Sure,
You know, I want to be satisfied within self.
sure.
You know, and be able to continue on the uphill climb. You know?
Yeah, man.
What's going on, brother Tone?
Cool. And I was actually gonna add to that and say, you know, I think a lot of people also get contentment and, you know, the everything misconstrued too. You know, some people feel like they want to strive and get more, but when they get somewhere, they get so stuck in that side, comfortable in that they become content with it. You know, and they lose a drive to be able to do so. And it goes back to all that, you know, through everything we've been through. You see, a decade we've been doing this. We've been through a lot of things, been to a lot of places, experienced a lot.
Yes.
And despite whatever, you know, it's only growth that comes from that. And then being able to have each other around to experience that goes back to iron sharpens iron, because we all going through it.
No doubt,
You know,
no
and we
doubt.
all can grow from this and come from where we came from, and it's a beautiful thing.
So pretty much, it's safe to say, you just got to keep your foot on the gas pedal.
Oh,
yeah, always.
Keep it
Pedal to the
Yeah.
metal.
Always.
And
Get
learn the
comfortable with
speed.
doing
Full
that.
speed ahead.
Yep.
And learn the speed while you're going.
And put
You
the
know
brakes
what I mean?
on too.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta have the brake. You gotta be,
Brakes,
you gotta be ready for the brake and the emergency brake.
Yeah, you never know.
You may need one or the other or both.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know.
Always got to make sure you're moving forward, man. Forward, always forward, man.
That's it. That's it.
That's all I like.
I used to tell myself, you know what I'm saying, sometimes this is a minor setback for a greater cause. You know? I used to tell myself that. So I look at things from a general perspective now. I just think about it, I go to it. Like, you know, why just keep talking about something and there's no action behind it, like they were saying.
Right.
We put action behind what we do. We
Right.
speak about something, we put action behind it. You know what I'm saying? The old saying, as my father would say, action speaks louder than words.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? All praises due to my father Zeke, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Your actions always do speak louder than the mouth. Of course, we could always talk a good one, man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know how that
Sometimes you can't follow Drew, and I know for me, I can't cash in words. The actions are what going to follow the success.
So, sure.
And one of the things I'm learning too is like, I'm not really chasing that fame stuff, man.
No.
The fame, I'm chasing success.
Yeah.
Let the fame fall in place, right? And right now, from what I've been reading, like the biggest drug in America is
Clout.
attentional fame.
Yeah, clout.
People want that attention, clickbait all the
Yeah,
time.
it's the
you know?
clout. Yeah, people,
Clout
clout is the
chasing.
biggest drug right now.
So how do we balance, right? Being artists, being entertainers, because you're gonna need the support.
Right. That's always the hardest part, because going back to what I was saying about being more of a private person, you know, except for when it comes to my music. But now we're in a digital social media era where they want to know what you're doing all times. They want to know what you're thinking all the time. And so that balance becomes interesting. And then when it comes to the whole just look at me kind of deal, a lot of artists just want to create, you know, and that's in any field. You know, you have a few people that really want the attention, and it's about how it looks. But you know, the greats, the people that are, you know, have that longevity and what they want to do, you know, it's not about how many people are praising their name. It's about them being the best version of themselves. You know what I mean? And yeah, I just try to model myself after that. I try to be the best version of myself every day.
I'm gonna say something and pass the mic on to my man, because
Sure.
I see you got it in the hand.
Sure.
So, we talk about greats, right? We talk about greatness, right? And a lot of times we reach for that, right? We want to be the best we could be.
Sure.
And I know, right, let me go back to the humble part, right? The humility, let's just say humility of it all. Because for me, everything isn't going to always be successful.
Right.
So I had to learn how to take my jabs, my uppercuts. I had to learn how to go through the humiliation.
Exactly.
I had to learn how to go through the blogs, you know what I'm saying, the rumors and all that, and still keep moving and not giving up,
Right.
you know. And the people who once laughed at what I was doing now support me,
Right.
right? Because I didn't give up,
Right.
you know. And then there are some who don't like the fact that I didn't give up, that I'm still moving, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I'm able to accept all that, you know. How you guys feel about that?
I agree with you. I got a little story actually. I
Come on
told
with it, man.
Untouched.
Come on, let's hear it.
So I went to the Extreme Institute by Nelly out in St. Louis, Missouri. It was a music school, and he brought T.I. in, and T.I. He walked through. He had security. All of the students was at the third floor. He did his little spiel, his speech, and then T.I. goes, "Anybody got any questions?" So I raised my hand, and being funny, I was like, he was like, "What's up?" I was like, "When you gonna sign me to his label?" He looked at me. He was like, as a joke, I was trying to be funny, but then he was like, "Why should I sign you?" And he was like, "Have you did any beat battles before? Have you sold any beats? Are you signed? Is your paperwork right?" And like he like humiliated me for real in front of the whole like class and like the whole class that was there. But everyone thought it was funny, but at the time I was embarrassed. And where I'm going at with the story is that as a joke, it turned into me being serious with my work because I wanted to be that top producer. I wanted to be the best producer. I wanted to be known. I wanted to be outside, but I didn't have business cards. I didn't have my paperwork correct. I didn't have all these things that he said. So I don't want to say humble me because I was a little arrogant at the time. Oh, I'm the nicest producer around, but I didn't know the business part. So after that day, I got on my you know what I'm saying, my stuff. I got registered, I got business cards, I got everything situated. And longer story short, I learned that you can't go into the music business like thinking that you're gonna do what you want to do, let alone make it a joke. Like, 'cause some people literally can go into the studio and like for instance, people like you got serious people who can't get in the studio from 9 to 5, but they get in there 5 to 9 and they're trying to make hits. But then you got people playing around with the music and not doing anything just for fun and want to go make music or send out a message, and it doesn't make any sense, like, you know. So I definitely learned a valuable lesson with T.I. when he he checked me in front of all those people in school, man. That was crazy.
So let me ask you, because it sounds like that was more of like a motivating hit. Like it was a motivating factor, right?
Yeah.
For you to get right.
Yes.
And that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Because when we do have the moments, right?
Yeah.
It's time to get right.
Oh yeah.
Let me get on this path right.
Get it right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me get legit.
Oh yeah.
And most of all, let me become untouched.
Hey, I like how you did that.
Yes.
I like how you did that.
So listen, man, we're gonna wind down.
Yeah.
And of course, we wanna hear, about you guys and how we can reach out.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Well, partner over here with my guys, Untouched Studios. You can Google us, Untouched Studios. You can look us up on Instagram at Untouched Live, Facebook at Untouched Live. We all have our personal Instagram's up on there. You guys can share your personal one if you want.
Yeah, give it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Instagram is ton.y_718, but you follow Untouched Live, and you'll be able to find all of us. We're all tagged in and spread throughout that page too. So
Yes.
definitely follow Untouched Live.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can follow, 7 Hour Gang. That's me. I'm underneath Untouched Live. See, I got my owl with me in the building. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Got the
that's
owl.
what it is. Got the owl. You know what I mean?
You guys can follow me, Facebook, Scales Beats. That's Scales with a Z and then Beats. And then my IG is Scales_Steven with a PH_twin.
Yeah. And I am at The Real East Coast Easy. That's on Instagram. That's at The Real East Coast Easy. But as we said, follow us all at Untouched Live, man.
Yeah, man.
We're building.
Any shows coming up? Anything coming up soon?
Yeah, November and December, man. We're gonna be in Colony Center. It's looking like.
Yeah, I keep you warm. I keep you notified. Look at the dates, right?
Let me know what's up.
Anything in between,
Yeah, at the moment right now we just building, man, and taking on clients, taking on whatever at this moment. We kind of freed up to work. Let's work.
I'll tell you what, man. I'll be calling you guys because I want to put my part of the 50th annual hip hop celebration.
Blessings.
Okay. Yeah.
Blessings.
That's fire.
I'm gonna be paying homage, so
Yeah, let's do that.
I'll definitely keep you guys in touch.
Please.
I appreciate it. And I got a little EP out, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I can say it or not, but okay, Felonies and Misdemeanors just came out, you know what I mean?
All
It's doing
platforms.
on all platforms.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's doing its numbers. I appreciate my team for being there. I appreciate them taking their time out to mix, master, do everything that I asked. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a blessing to do this and be with these type of brothers that have the same energy and the same glow and the flow. You know what I mean? You don't see that nowadays. You don't see this longevity that we went through, you know what I'm saying? And keep it thorough with you too, keeping it parallel. I heard you say, some people don't want to see you in keep you stagnated, basically. You know what I mean? I know how that feel, brother. I know how that feel. My team know what I'm talking about. I know how that
Build, we
feel.
gonna build.
Yeah,
Wall
man, and
Street
the night
Touch
before
it.
Halloween, man, that's coming out too. The night
indeed.
before Halloween, it's me and
Listen, man,
Seth.
we want to thank everybody for tuning in. Once again, Mr. Vaughn, Untouched.
Yes,
And,
yes.
and this is only part one, right? You're coming back, right?
Oh, of course.
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
right?
That's a
Be
fact.
back.
I'll be back like the Jackson 5 and be there.
Okay, all right. Be
My
there,
man,
Mr.
my
Vaughn.
man.